Good morning everyone, and welcome to the fifth video of log, and thank you so much for tuning in. And in this video we'll be learning about fractional coefficients in logs and what do they mean. So let's start with a small example. Let's write log base 8 64 is equal to how much? Well, the answer is very simple. It is equal to 2, because 8 to the power 2 is equal to 64. And if you write this in the log form, it will be log base, the base is 8, output, which is 64, so the argument will be 64, is equal to 2. So log 64 to the base 8 is equal to 2. Well, this is not just it. There is so much more to it. Now let's see how we can transform this. So log 8 and 64, where 64 is called the argument and 8 is called the base. Argument, or you can even call it output. So let's expand this. So let's write log. Now the base 8 can be expanded by writing 2 to the power 3. The same thing, because 2 times 2 times 2 is equal to 8, and 2 times 2 times 2 is 2 to the power 3, which is this, and 8 is the base. So we're not changing anything, we're just expanding 8 and writing 8 into the index form, which is 2 to the power 3. So once it is done, let's focus on 64. So let's write 64 is equal to log. Now we are done expanding the base. Now we need to expand this argument. So 64 can be written as 2 to the power 6, because 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 is equal to 64. So 2 is being multiplied 6 times, so 2 to the power 6 is equal to 64, and that's how we expand 64, by writing 2 to the power 6. Now you have to focus a little bit. Number 2 here is the argument, and number 2 here is the base. These two are two different quantities, never mix them up. Okay, so the power to the argument, which is 2, is always the coefficient of the log, and the power to the base is always the denominator of the coefficient of the log. So A and B. A will be 6 and B will be 3. So let's write 6 over 3 log. Since the power 6 is gone, so the argument will be 2, and since the power 3 is gone, the base will be 2. So this is equal to, always if the argument of a log is equal to its base, its value will always be 1. Not even this example, any example, if log 1000 of argument with the base of 1000, if the argument and the base are equal, this answer will always be equal to 1. So keep that in mind. So this will be 6 over 3 times 1. So what is 6 divided by 3? Is equal to 2 times 1. Oh, that pentagon just came from nowhere. Sorry. So 2 times 1 is equal to 2, which is our answer, 2. It is the same thing. They just play around back and forth. You know, this is just the same thing. There's nothing much to understand. This is all hidden inside a simple log. Now let's take another example. Let's take log to the base 10 with the argument of 1000. Now this is very simple. This is equal to 3. Why this is equal to 3? Because log to the base 10 to the argument of 1000 is equal to 1000 is equal to 10 to the power n. What is 10 to the power n? What is n? So we multiply 10 3 times. So we multiply 10 3 times in order to get 1000. So this n, which is the power, will be 3. And this can be also written in the log form. So we say log the base is 10. So log 10. Output, which is our argument, is 1000. So write 1000 is equal to our power, which is 3, which is 3. So we know that the answer is 3. Right? Now, let's play with this a little bit. Can I write log is 10 to the power 3? It can be written like that, right? Because 10 to the power 3 is equal to 1000. Right? So this is equal to, as I told you earlier, power of the argument is always the coefficient of the log. So this we can write as 3 log to the base 10 to the argument of 10. Now, same thing, if a log argument and base are equal, this power is always equal to 1. So this will be 3 log means 3 times 1. This will be equal to 3. It's the exact same answer. Now let's do one question in a reverse way. Let me take 5 over 2 log 2 to the base 2 equal to. Now pay attention. As I told you, if the coefficient is in fraction, the numerator will be the power to the argument and the denominator will be the power to the base. So we can write it like this: log argument 2 to the power 5, which is this power, and log to the base 2 to the power 2, which is the denominator, which will be the power of the base. We just did it, but we just did it in an opposite way. So this is equal to log 2 times 2 is to the base 4, and the argument will be 32. And this is equal to this. The same thing. It's nothing hard. They're just playing around. So thank you so much for your time, and thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys later.